Hey y'all. All right, so this is going to be your next 48-hour energy check-in. All right. I already sent out the notification for you guys. I do have a special going on specifically for those that have uh, had access to the Crow Nest. You guys will be getting certain different discounts and things of that nature. Um, the Crow Nest is not active as of yet. I'm actually going to transition that into a newsletter. You guys will not be getting crow calls over here. You will be getting crow call newsletters. It's completely different, which will be like in the form of an email with a private link attachment to a reading. Okay. That will be a monthly thing. Once I set that up for you guys, I will go ahead and give you guys the announcement, give you guys the link so that way you guys can click. What is going to happen tonight, around midnight Eastern time, we will have our first what is called spiritual book club. Okay. If you guys are interested in that, all right, and you want to arrive, that's midnight Eastern time, 11 p.m. Central time, and what would that be? 9 p.m. PT Pacific time. Okay. All right. So yes. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can go to my website. You can go click underneath. I will go ahead and put another link underneath for you guys in the comment section. After this, I'll pin it underneath for you guys to register. It is completely free. All right. I will be reading my book for you guys over there. I will also have another link for you to purchase your own ebook. So that way, if you want to follow along, you want to read it yourself, that's perfectly fine. But the spiritual book club is completely free. Okay. And don't worry, for those of you that miss it, there's different days. Okay. It's going to be for a week for about, I think, 8 or 9 sessions in a row. And we're going to complete the whole book. We're going to do a Q&A. We're going to do a deep dive in, just supporting each other as a spiritual community. And we might even do some journal work and things of that nature. It's going to be really fun. It's free. I know it's going to be kind of like a late night thing, but that's why I made it on a Saturday. Okay. So choose the day, show up. I can't wait, you guys. All right. That being said, let's get into your reading. What's up? All right, show me the energy. Next 48 hours. You guys will also notice that, I mean, for those of you that keep track of the pre-scheduled live streams, okay, you'll notice a slight transition in regards to the time frame I will be doing energy readings for. All right. Today's reading is going to be the next 48-hour energy check-in for you. But moving forward after today, I will be doing weekly energy check-ins, okay? All right, let's see what's going on here. So you guys will see me out here once a week, just so that way I can cater to all the many hats I have, all right? All right, here we go. Crow call. Hey, speak your truth, communicate honestly, work on opening up. Okay, next 48 hours. There's something, and the crow call also. So pay attention to crow sightings and more specifically, not just a crow sighting, crow calls, okay? Your words are sacred. Remember that in the next 48 hours. Stop minimizing. What are you saying? Minimizing your words, minimizing your ideas, minimizing your experience. Something is more valuable than you think. Disempowering. Stop disempowering your worth is what they're saying. Or your experience. something about your plans as well. All right. All right, let's see what's going on here. Next 48 hours. What do they need to know? Call forth our guardians, our ancestors of the highest white light, our protectors, our warrior spirits, our spirit guides, the ascended masters, and the ancient ones that walk with us, that know all the answers. What do we need to know in the next 48 hours that will benefit us in our path? For my co-lock. Like, flock. My crow flock. Receiving messages on working to open up something. There's insight from some sort of experience that you're going through in the next 48 hours. And you will have spiritual confirmations. The Elders Council is here. And so there is going to be an ancestor that provides a particular insight from an experience that you will have in the next 48 hours. And there will be lots of echoes of wisdom. All right. And that's confirmation. For some of you guys, the confirmation could be coming through email, could be through cell towers, cell phones, cell communication. Internet. Okay. Well, what is that? Soul message about your protective nature. Didn't I say something about that to you guys? You guys, this protective energy, you're receiving messages, spiritual confirmations. This is protective anger. You're getting angry for a reason. This anger is connected to you having to feel to protect something, to protect yourself, to protect your experience, to protect your plans, to protect your ambitions. There's something you need to hone in on this, okay? Seeing the energy here, there's a guardian that walks with you in the next 48 hours. There's also someone from the Elders Council. And so when I say the Elders Council, I mean, everybody walks with spirits, okay? Negative and positive. We all walk with spirits, and spirits walk around us, okay? We're just physical and they're just metaphysical. We can't touch them. We can sense them, but they can't touch us. Does that make sense? Okay. Unless we give permission for that to take place. That's why you have boundaries. That's why you protect your energy, and that's why you cleanse and things of that nature, right? Spiritual practices, 101. So there's a guardian spirit that walks with you, which means this is a guardian spirit. They guard you. They guide you. They walk with you. So you're not alone. You're with them. They have some sort of boundaries here that they're giving you wisdom in regards to the boundaries that you need to set in the next 48 hours. And this is in regards to a particular enemy, if this is even in your vocabulary. All right. An enemy, someone that is basically everything against you, nothing for you. And you feel the need to react out of anger because this is your way of protecting yourself. Okay. Your elders are letting you know in the next 48 hours that there could be someone that is watching you, observing your energy, or, they're referencing someone as the watcher, right? Someone is curious. There's a reasoning from that curiosity. They're helping you to work up, opening up, but this anger that's sitting there, right? So pay attention to the next 48 hours when you are talking to someone and someone wants you to open up about something, but you feel the need to immediately go to anger. I don't know why I'm angry right now. I don't know why I'm reacting like that, right? But it's because your ancestors are letting you know boundaries with this enemy. They're observing you. They're observing something about you. There's a spiritual confirmation here from the Elders Council. Okay, let's see what else. Thank you. And for those of you that follow me on Twitter, okay, I was posting about either a false friend. There was a situation there with like a mask, okay? a masked energy, something hidden, something weird there that shifted in the energy. And I did post that. Okay, so you guys kind of look at that. You guys know that when I post things now on Twitter, I don't necessarily go too much into depth of giving you all the details, and there's a particular reason behind that. One, I'm strengthening your intuition, so you will see the messages you need to see, something's going to click, and you're going to keep it moving. Two, if I give you too much information, we are spiritually, how do I say this? Spiritually, I am reading for a crow flock, a collective of individuals that your particular business, your spiritual business, all right, your information, your details, your deets, like your private stuff, is supposed to be private. And so your spirit guides talk to you in code. They talk to you through quotes, numbers, coding, puzzle pieces. Like you gotta put it together, basically, like playing charades, right? With your spiritual team, your spirit ancestors, your ancestors and stuff like that. They do this to drive your enemies astray. Your enemies is not going to know what you're going to do next or what you're being guided to do next if someone is in the frequency of that. Okay. So pay attention to whoever's putting you in this lower frequency, or what energies you're around that puts you in a lower frequency, that then creates the distractions, creates these chaotic environments or chaotic experiences, whether it is your reality or not, because there's also like the illusion part of it, where something appears to be something when it's really not, right? It's almost like someone screaming fire and running, and instead of someone looking and smelling for smoke, someone's running, right? So pay attention to what your intuition, your senses, your spiritual senses are saying to you when you are in the physical presence of someone, because it might not just be that physical person. It could be that physical environment. It could be whatever spiritually is walking with them, or whatever spiritual frequency they hold. You get what I'm saying? Like, kind of like you wouldn't know if someone was of spiritual authority, or if someone had some sort of spiritual dominion of a lower frequency that can actually shift your reality negatively, right? So pay attention to that, because that's coming up. All right. We have a divination reader as well. So your elders are letting you know, they're guiding you to the right divination readers. Okay. They're guiding you to the particular spiritual teachers that you have to stick with. Okay. They're helping you to decide who to choose to be who to choose to be consistent, because they are your teacher, is what I heard. And for some of you guys, you only have like a handful. Like there's not more than 3 or 5. Some of you guys, there's only one teacher that you may have spiritually, on a spiritual sense, that's going to help you to adapt to this new frequency shift. All right. So there's a diviner, there's a seer, there's the psychic, there's this psychic vision that you have as well. So you have the ability of channeling messages. So this teacher also has this ability too. So this teacher will be able to teach you how to do these things, how to hone these abilities, and how to develop them, and how to start actually utilizing them, basically. Okay. And then we have there's spiritual realms and dimensions that you have to protect yourself from. All right. So that lets me know that you guys are the Crowllies that have particular spiritual gifts and psychic abilities in which you can astral project, you can timeline jump, um you I'm hearing past life regressions, and I'm hearing like you can quite literally quantum leap every other day if you wished to. All right. And some of you do it through your dreams, through your sleeping state. And some of you have learned how to, like, there was like an ascended master that taught you how to be able to sleep while awake, be in the state of dream while awake. Okay. And that's where you're going to be able to develop your psychic vision. All right. There is a particular question that you do need to ask yourself in the next 2 days. What part of that life do you want to build for yourself? There is a snare charmer around. They pull you into these unhealthy patterns. They pull you into these not so beautiful energies, feelings, sensations, thoughts. Okay. They sidetrack you. This is not the first time I'm saying that in this message. They sidetracked you from your true aligned path. Okay. So you're supposed to, let's say, be going in this direction for this career, or in this direction for healing purposes, or in this in this direction to be able to find this particular community, or in this direction to be able to find this particular types of friendship dynamics or business partnerships, or whatever this may be. Okay. It is calling. It has called you. It's time. Divine timing is here. So therefore, the snake charmer is also coming forth at the right time to try to hinder you to progress. But this is a challenge. This challenge is for you to foresee who is provoking this anger. The one that's provoking this anger is the snake charmer. Okay. So you have someone from your elders council, someone from your spiritual cords, your spiritual team, right? Or your ancestry lineage that walks with you, that is watching you, that is curious on how you're going to be able to identify the snake in your path in the next 48 hours. Okay. And when I say a snake, don't immediately think, oh, this is someone that wants the foulest thing to happen to me, right? Sometimes snake charmers set temptation traps. And so this will be like someone that tries to egg you on. This will be someone that tries to make you go backwards instead of forwards, make you side shuffle instead of moving in the direction that you're supposed to. They make you anxious. They make you second guess. They make you insecure, right? And then they put you in the state of the snake charmer charms you to put the blindfold on for you to stay in the Two of Swords. Do you understand? Okay. The snake charmer charms you. Okay. Think of a snake. When you see a snake, you think, is it poisonous? Is it going to bite me? Right? So there's a situation that's appearing for you in the next 2 days where you're looking at it as face value as, is this going to be dangerous? Is it going to be poisonous to my plans? Is it going to be poisonous to my manifestations? It's going to be poisonous to the thing that I'm trying to build and create, whatever this is, right? And that's what puts you in that Two of Swords, where you start going indecisive, unsure, uncertain. Okay, I'm just going to act like I don't see it then. I'm just not going to go over there, right? Don't do that, right? Because your elder is basically saying this energy that you're feeling, that you're sensing is letting you know there's a reason why you need to have boundaries. There's a reason why someone is provoking the anger, okay? So pay attention to that, all right? For some of you guys, it could actually be divination. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. That's a confirmation. I'm coming. How did I, hold on. Wait. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. My bad, y'all. All right, next 48 hours. Doorbell could be significant. Opening doors. That's significant. Something coming to you. Someone coming to you. Being able to hear the synchronicity, the call, the calling, to be able to follow through, to open that door, right? So there's something about like you have to be there to open that door, to open the opportunity. But the snake charmer is tempting you to stay still. Okay? Remember, do not allow everyone to read and channel your energy in your life. Okay? There's certain set people that are supposed to just pop up and tell you your message, right? Don't get so dependent off of readings. I often tell you guys that, right? But it's like there's something here that you need to identify in regards to the direction that you wish to head towards, right? And so for some of you guys, it could just be that you are soul searching. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need a particular reading, right? You guys know that I shifted the style of reading for a reason, for you guys to be able to master your spiritual gifts, because I know that I am supposed to teach people how to read, right? And not necessarily to read so that way, you know, I'm gonna say it. Listen. We're now moving into a new paradigm and reality where pretty soon magic is going to be normal. Flipping cards and reading situations and talking to spirit is going to be normal. It is normalized. So you are now shifting into the frequency of being around people and communities and spaces and environments and area codes in which that's normal. Okay, does that make sense? And there's someone that's trying to keep you in the frequency and the energy in the area of where people don't believe in that shit. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's see what's going on here. It's 48 hours. And there's a whole thing about like the whole comparing thing, y'all. Like, don't compare your spiritual experience to somebody else's spiritual experience, because it's not going to be the same. Don't compare your spiritual gifts to somebody else's spiritual gifts, because it's not the same. Like the way, like somebody can channel through smell. Somebody can smell roses and be like, you know, someone's going to go on a date in 2 days. And you'd be like, holy shit. Like, you know, and then somebody can smell something and it just might be like an ancestor or something like that. Like everybody does their divination. Their gifts are different. Our thumbprints are different. Therefore, our psychic gifts can be generalized to give you a particular synopsis of what the gift is. But the gifts have layers, and it goes based off of our spiritual, whoever's in our spiritual court, 1, and 2, our lineage and our practices. Okay, you're going to start seeing other people put in the work in the next 48 hours, and that's because there's this ancestor, like this elders council, right? So when I say elders council, this is like the most oldest ancient ancestors that walk with you. They're not playing games. Okay. So think of like times of like way before slavery, ancient. Okay. And there's something that like you're going to want to pray on something, contemplate on something, think about something, brainstorm on something, plan something, reflect on something. There's a state of thinking, of a pause that happens, and this is like you're being guided to observe something in the next 48 hours. And it's because there's a particular situation, like your ancestors are saying that you have to step away from something in order for them to handle it, or in order for them to give you a more clear picture of what's happening. But pay attention, because like as soon as you step back, you're going to start seeing a lot more people start to do stuff. Okay. So it's almost like when you finally sit down, like the empress that was walking around, Nine of Pentacles in the garden, planting the seeds and watering the plants and cutting out the weeds, right? Then recognizes a snake in the garden and it goes, oh, is it poisonous? I don't know. I have to be careful, right? And then you feel the need to kind of step back. You have to step back, sit in your throne, because you're safe where? In your throne at home, right? Right. So they're building a picture here for you guys in regards to what you're experiencing. And for some reason, when you finally get to sit down, when you finally get to rest, when you finally get to kind of like just be in this chill energy, you then to start to think about something, okay? That it feels like it's too much for you to be able to resolve. And now we're getting into the financial messages, okay? But you are being told, some of you guys are getting confirmations from other readers, from spiritual teachers, spiritual advisors, mentors, something of that nature. You're getting some sort of confirmation that's being channeled, okay? That you're going to gain clarity, that you're in the victory seat, that you will and always be that queen, empress. All right. There's something here in regards to like some visions or some channel messages that could be coming through. That some of you guys, there could have been some challenges there. There could have been some people that was hating on you. There could have been some beef. There could have been, some competition. Competition can look different for everybody. Competition doesn't always have to be like somebody hating on you. Competition could be like, you and someone else have the same type of business and the same type of services, and you're trying to get the same type of clients and stuff like that, but you're butting heads because the client's only going to go in one direction. Does that make sense? Right? And so now the clients are teeter-tottering and things of that nature, right? For some of you guys, it could be like in the work environment. You're working and there's one employee that gets all the recognition and shit, and you doing all the work, and they're the one that gets the award. They're the one that gets the promotion. And there's something, or maybe somebody's hating on the way how you just get things so smoothly, so quickly, and you get these opportunities at the right time. Because remember, there's that energy of like that ding dong, and then hold on, y'all, I gotta do something, and then you kind of back up, go handle it, get something, boom, come right back like nothing, right? So there's something like that in your energy, and there's this essence about you learning how to protect yourself. Confirmation from the divining snare charmers, from the scam artists that are trying to siphon your energy by being in your readings. There's somebody that is siphoning your energy and your blessings through reading your energy. This could be those readers that easily agree with you. You go and you get it. Oh, let's say you want to be in a relationship with that person, but you know it's bad for you. And you go to that reader and that reader like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be great. Everything's gonna be fine. Yeah. And everything started getting worse and the person starts cheating on you and all kinds like all crazy stuff start happening. Or it could be friendships, like friendships start going downhill and your money starts acting weird and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. Be careful with people that easily agree with you. Your ancestors are not going to give you messages that are going to be so hunky-dory all the time. Pay attention to that. Pay attention because that could be a part of something that like there's something that's being cleared. There's some sort of clarity. Something is being cut out. I'm also seeing like fat being cut out. So like for my meat eaters, lean meat, okay? And then for those of you that like, let's say you don't partake in meat, there's something there. Maybe you're starting to lose weight or something. Someone is motivating you. Pay attention to the people that are motivating you in the next 48 hours that are trying to take you out of that. I talked about the Two of Swords, but they're showing me the Eight of Swords. So I was picking it up as the snake charmer is trying to put you in the Two of Swords, giving you the illusion that it's the Eight of Swords. Okay? Now let me break this down to you so that way you guys can understand. There is someone that when I do the next 48-hour energy readings, I'm also reflecting on the past energy too. Okay? So that just kind of gives you a synopsis. It could be past and bleeding onto the future energy. Okay? So it could be current. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Whoever this snake charmer is, this person goes in and kind of like sweet talks you. This is a snake charmer. This person is coming through as like a seer, a diviner, someone that channels messages. They come in and they tell you something, right? But every time they come in, they tell you something and you pick up the message. Let's say you claim it, whatever. Something just start going crazy. Like things don't go right instead of just things going the way it needs to go. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. So pay attention to the readers that fill you with fear. Okay. And uncertainty versus the spiritual teachers, mentors, guides that are actually supposed to teach you how to become readers, not to become dependent on the readings. You get what I'm saying? Like it's some sort of drug. You get what I'm saying? Now you click, and now it's clicking, right? It's a tool. We're here to pass on the tools to the students. You're coming because you're ready. Do you understand? So that's why I make my readings the way I make them. You're going to show up here when you're ready. I'm not going based off of your zodiac signs anymore. I'm not going based off of your gender anymore. I'm going based off of energy, and energy is fluid. Okay? Time is energy. Money is energy. Physical things are energy. Metaphysical things are energy. Physical people are energy. When I'm reading energy, I can read anything. And I'm trying to teach you how to do that. So that way, when there's a buffoon and there's buffoonery happening in front of you, you can, nah, I'm not going to trust you. There's something weird about that. Let me go back and pray and meditate on that. Let me go ask my ancestors to go ahead and check you spiritually to make sure that I can follow through with you. That's how you use these tools to connect with your ancestors, to connect with your highest version, to connect with the version of you that's already rich, to connect with the version of you that's already healed, to connect with the version of you that don't have the problems that you have right now. That's what I'm here for. All right. So there's someone here that's showing you what it is to be a diviner and a reader that is in the lack mentality, karmic cycle loops and things of that nature. There are those types of readers that are giving you the examples of what not to be or what not to invest in. right? Or what is causing the problems in society, spiritually, in the spiritual community. And then there's the ones that are the examples, the ones that will tell you, you know, I got scammed before and this is what happened, and but then I learned how to read my own energy, right? Or the ones that will say I'm a generational curse breaker and I'm a healer, and you know, I got diagnosed with this, or something was happening with my family kept getting sick, and you know, then I came to the picture, and then I'm the one that's healing the generation, I'm the one that's teaching other people to heal other people. Pay attention to that, because that frequency, even when I'm talking, you guys can feel the chills, because you can feel the energy rising and rising and rising, because I'm calling forth all of those energies. Those are the energies that you're supposed to invoke. When you start doing rituals and stuff like that, stop thinking about like, oh, I call ancestors of the highest white light. No, call forth. I call my mathematicians. I call my scientists. I call my writers. I call my creatives. I call my musicians. I call my healers, my doctors, my surgeons. Okay, you come on. And when you start calling, you're gonna start feeling the chills, because they start walking and crowding you and crowding you. You ever see that picture of the world? And there's like a whole bunch of Sunday masters holding hands and shit, or just standing around in a circle. That's how it should feel on your altar. That's how it should feel when you're praying. That's how it should feel when you're talking to your spiritual team. It should not feel like you're talking in an empty room. You're talking in an empty room and the frequency is low. You're talking in low vibration frequencies. You're talking to walking spirits. Okay? Pay attention. Pay attention to the people that will sit there and have the time to stop the reading and tell you these things. Instead of being, oh, you guys can go ahead and find it in my website and go ahead and buy the information that I'm actually supposed to give you for free. Okay, pay attention to that. You have more allies now shifting into your energy, because you're calling forth people that are actually going to help you versus hurt you. Okay, like actual friends, like actual supporters, like people that are actually going to move you from the point that you are. Like, let's say I'm already walking here, but you ever notice that when you're walking with someone, you might walk a little faster, because you might be excited about what you guys are talking about. You might be matching each other's speed, right? There's something about momentum. And now the spiritual community, the spiritual cliques are going to be clicking. Oh, they're going to be clicking. They will. I'm excited. Let's see what else comes out. They're saying this is not the time for you to be selfish, especially financially, because you need to make partnerships. You need to make friends financially, right? So what is that? You need to network. Now is the time to network when it comes to money, y'all. I told y'all we're leaning into the money messages now. You have constant money flow, but how? Have your boundaries. Know your limits. Know the limitations that you're trying to surpass, right? The limits would be what you are not willing to do and what you're not willing to compromise. That's a different version of limitations that you guys have had. It's a different frequency. I said the frequency that you have is changing. So now your expectations are changing. So I'm not going to work more than 20 hours a week. That's exhausting. I'm not doing that, right? However, when I do work, I'm going to put my all in it. I'm going to put every last drop of sweat that I can, because it's going to be quality, right? But now the worth, the value is higher, because you're worth more. The frequency is elevating. And this is in regards to merchandise, products, services, knowledge, anything that you could put your mind into, anything that you could possibly create, anything that comes to mind as a thought, and then you can make it physical. This was an idea. Now it's a manifestation. It's a deck. Okay? Hold on, y'all. I just had a breakthrough with my ancestors. Give me a second. Let me handle this situation. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Breakthrough. Healing generations is what I'm telling you. That's what the fuck we're here for. Right? So yeah. Highly favored. You guys are highly favored. You know, the people that are highly favored are the ones that suffer the most crazy shit, the most disgusting betrayals. Okay? The grimiest things that you could possibly think. I would already imagine half of the things that you guys don't experience, especially when it comes to mundane things like material. It always has something it always goes back down to money, a job, or something that you physically had. Okay? I told you, this is what I was saying. This is a physical manifestation. This is a physical manifestation of something that I created. It was here. It was here. It was something that I experienced. I experienced it. I lived it. I thought, let me write it. I wrote it and I created it. Do you know what I'm saying? So the same thing. It could be makeup. It could be knowledge. It could be music. It could be art. You get what I'm saying? Now in this age, you know what's going to be more valuable? Authentic art, because of AI. AI is actually, you gotta sit there and think about it. If you're an artist and you can make things yourself, if you could rap off of your dome, pop, 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 and you could sing da 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 right there like that, authenticity is gonna cost more than something that you can click and it's done and written. Authenticity. What is that thing that you could authentically do that no one can copy because it's you, it's yours, it's your words, it's the way you do it, not the way somebody else is doing it. That's what's bringing that constant money flow. And that's, to be honest, that's a lot of the time, that's why you're recommended, you know, for services, or recommended to be a friend, to be a partner, or, you know, just mentioned in rooms generally, okay? Because of you. Some of you guys, again, that period of contemplation is going to happen next 40 hours where you're going to be like, you know, what does this mean? What is this? You're considering something that the universe provides, sending you signs, all right? And this is just signs letting you know you're on the right track. That's it. Nothing more, nothing extravagant, right? It's just a checkpoint. Like, hey, you're going in the right direction. Keep going, right? But remember, that snake charmer is the one that goes, ooh, shit is gonna go wrong. You got them haters and they hated on you with the evil eye. Oh, the black magic and the hexes. And then you go, oh, fuck. Oh, man, I'm gonna have to do this. Oh my God, that thing didn't happen. And boom, now you're stuck. You're not moving. But your answer is like, yo, keep moving. Yo, you got it. Keep going, right? It's almost like give me the example of kind of like, you know, how like you try to park and you can't see behind you. There's like blinder spots, and your ancestors is like, keep going. But you're paying attention to the snake. So there's something that is the snake charmer. All right, it doesn't have to be a person, could be a situation, could be a certain something, okay? That's got you focused on that, and your ancestors like, no, keep going, you're good, like you're being watched over. Yeah, we have current events here. This is what we're talking about, current events financially. That there's this is where the Elders Council is trying to give you wisdom. Some of you guys may need a money reading, a career reading, or something like that, so that way you can get some sort of insight, further knowledge about something. They're talking about blessing the foundation. This is not the first time I've said that, okay? Blessing the foundation could be blessing your workspace, all right? Floor washes, floor sweeps, Lighting a cleansing candle or protective candle in that work area. All right. Let's say, all right, well, I don't work from home. I don't work for myself. I have to go to this building, whatever. That's fine. What you can do is if you can get like dual protection work specifically for your finances, for a specific checking account, for a specific, and you do it yourself. Okay. Just light the candle. The same way you write a little petition with your name on it, your date of birth, bam. Well, your name, your date of birth, the account that you want, put all the numbers, bam, bam, right? And then put it right under the candle. Done. For those of you are a little bit more transformational magic and also more discreet, you grab that piece of paper, you light the candle, and you light the piece of paper, let the piece of paper merge into the candle, melt onto there, and let it burn completely down. So that way people don't know what the fuck is that. Okay? Anything else? You want to know some more stuff? And somebody like, well, what candle? What color? Green, yellow, white, whatever you got. Green, money, stability, grounding. White, all things. White, you can focus it on healing, cleansing the money, cleansing where the money's coming from, clearing out any negative money influences. Yellow is for victory, success, accomplishments, awards. You're going to be able to see it, right? And then, oils. There's a whole bunch of shops that sell oils and stuff like that. I still have money tea lights at my shop. And they're at a discount right now. They're on sale. So, yeah. Bless the foundation. Invest in your space. Sometimes blessing the foundation is like, okay, well, maybe I already did that. So the next 48 hours, how can you invest in that space? Do you have to clean it? Do you have to organize it? Do you want to hang up something pretty in there? Do you want to decorate it? Is there something else that you could do for that space to flourish more? Again, remember how I was talking about the garden? She's Empress is in the garden, prepping everything, making everything until she sits down. Yeah, I like that. That's good. I feel good with that, right? That's happening in the next 48 hours. We have a community events. Community event can look a lot different for a lot of you. Community event could be financial events and stuff like that. That could be socially, so around your neighborhood or in your community, within your community. All right. We have wealth. Inspirational money ideas are going to come in. So remember, there's this period of time where you're going to be thinking, reflecting, meditating on things. These are where the inspirational money ideas are coming in. The money ideas are coming in from a guardian. Some of you guys could be actually getting the messages from the guardian from actual reading, okay? Because I also see that. Some of you guys, this particular card symbolizes Elon Musk visionary ideas when it comes to money, right? So think about Elon Musk and the robotic ideas that he has, and the ideas in terms of cars and a very engineer-like new world modernized approach. So there's ideas that you have that can actually shift your community, that can change reality. And so these ideas you have to create. All right. They're also going to help you to create or build your wealth. Okay. So don't just have these ideas, write them down, follow through with them. If for whatever reason you can't, let's say, invest in it at that moment, invest what you can. Invest time, invest researching, invest looking up whoever's doing something like that or similar to that or anything near that. And then try to, keep asking for clarity and keep asking your spiritual team, keep aligning me to keep moving. There's this thing, again, going back to identify the direction you wish to head towards, because that's what's scaring you. The snare charmer is what is scaring you in the next 48 hours to tempt you not to fucking stay 10 toes down on what the fuck you said you was going to do. Okay? Especially in regards to money. And this has happened in regards to past events as well. Not just past, but also current financial events. Watch. Pay attention. Okay? Hold on, y'all. No, actually, I don't want to do that one. I want to do this one right here. I'm going to go ahead, because yesterday I went really, or was it yesterday, the day before yesterday, something like that. Whenever I did the last energy check-in, I did a lot for the money. So now I'm going to try to lean into a little bit more love related or relationship related, more like. Because a lot of you guys have messaged me and told me that sometimes it wouldn't even be romantically involved. It would be identifying certain connections or relationships that you have. Now we have a clean slate here. Someone is being put in your life for a reason, and you have soul ties with them. All right. And this goes hand in hand with the money flow. This goes hand in hand. Now I'm hearing like seeds planted that can provide a rainforest of money trees with this person that you have soul ties with. They're being put in your path for a reason. All right. That snake charmer is using gaslighting abilities. All right. They want you to become reactive and defensive. Again, that's that protective anger that's coming out, okay? And their true intentions, all right, pull you into unhealthy patterns, correct? Leading you to start believing or feeding into whatever the fuck they're saying to you, whatever they're trying to put into your head, all right? And that's what the snake charmer wants to do as an abuser. So the snake charmer is an abuser. And it could be affecting a community event, your community, your financial moves within your community. When I say within your community, this could be like your hub, right? So that hub could be just your family members, your children, or just you, or the people that you take care of financially, right? Or your business. So pay attention. Whenever you get that sensation of like, what is this? That's a confirmation, that's a synchronicity that this person is gaslighting you. There's somebody, this is phase 2 of gaslighting. Another gaslight. All right. Gaslighting statements that can come up in the next 48 hours has something to do with insecurity or jealousy. Someone is referencing or insinuating that you are insecure about something, or that you are jealous about something, or that you are envious about something, or that you wish to have or claim something that is not yours. And the intention is to keep you in the dark or to program certain insecurities within you. And this is how they're abusing your energy. They're not only this snake charmer, is telling you what the fuck you feel. Is telling you why the fuck you feel it. Okay? Oh, you just insecure. And you're like, bitch, what? You just jealous. And you're just like, about what? Who the fuck are you talking to right now? You just want, I just want what? Like, you get what I'm saying? So there's this particular relationship is here. I'm wondering who you guys are dealing with on a personal level, because energetically, this is gross. And I'm also seeing that this person is doing it because they have a reason to hide something. They're hiding something. I said something about mask. I said that before I even grabbed any of those other cards. I said that. There's something there about like, but you're channeling, and you're someone that. You're someone that can see how somebody did something, like you're doing something right now, you're doing something in front of me, but I can also see how you did that same thing to XYZ other person in different time frames, different timelines. Like this could have been 2-3 weeks ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, in a whole different lifetime because I done did that reading on you, bitch. Like some shit like that, right? And so like now you're able to see this person in all lifetimes and all repetitions of the same fucking thing that you keep doing. And you're like, damn, you're still stuck on that? That's sad. Like frequency shift. Like you're looking at somebody like you're not worth the time or energy for me to even get angry at you. Like that's oh, it's giving someone's trying to gaslight you and you are gaslighting back. That's crazy. That's what it's giving. And here's another sign that you guys are going to have in regards to the reason why you guys are in each other's lives. Because it looks like you guys are actually assisting each other to learn some sort of life lesson. So it's like this person is showing you friendship associated with or inner circle, y'all. Wow. Yo, that is crazy. A friend. This could be a friend of yours. And the reason why they act the way they act. So that means that there's a snake charmer. There's a friend of yours that will always tell you what you want to hear, but they won't be real with you. There's someone in your inner circle that will just make you think and believe things that are not true. But somehow, for some reason, you guys are here to assist each other. I mean, that's what the elders say. Divine masculine is here, but healthy relationship came out. Well, that's good. So if it's a divine masculine, there's a healthy relationship. But if it's his friend, there's like a gaslighting situation, snake charmer thing that's happening. So now we got to think between you, Crowley, and the friend, okay? And let me now we're getting into spirit animal kingdom, okay? Spirit animal kingdom. Crowley, okay? And the snake charmer. You trying to snake charm a crow? That don't make no sense. Also, for those of you that have owl spirit guides, okay, and you've been hearing the whoo, 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 whoo these past 3 weeks on and off, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. This is whoo, whoo. We talking about, okay? Early as fuck in the morning, you're looking around like, oh, how the fuck do I hear a fucking hoot? And there's sun outside. Hoot, okay? That's what the fuck this is. So there's something here that's weird. Damn, close book on that. How did you close it? You closed it. You guys want some angel numbers? I'll give you some angel numbers. We still got some time. When was the last time I gave y'all angel numbers? Almost like last year. It's been a really long time. Like, okay, yo. I just saw a glimpse of 1222. All right, 803. These are angelic numbers that you could be seeing and the reason and why you're seeing them, as well as the synchronicities. Okay, ready? So angel number 803. This means that there is a resurrection of a relationship. A resurrection. That means that this relationship already existed in your reality, already existed in your life, and there's a resurrection. Resurrection means it's coming back to life after it was dead. Okay? Bringing back the pride in the connection and strengthening the bond. Not only is it resuscitating and the bitch is breathing again, she is strong. She's strong. Okay? What the fuck? All right? That's popping. You guys let me know which one is that one. All right? What else? What other angel numbers? Yo, that's popping. I'm not gonna lie. So something is coming back to life and is becoming stronger. Bringing back the pride. I wonder what they mean by that. Oh, 777. Lucky lifestyle. Oh shit. Who's been seeing the sevens? I've been seeing the sevens. I've been seeing the sevens. I've been seeing the sevens. Lucky lifestyle. And remember, you got that snake charmer trying to make you think that you're not lucky. Oh, that's just a coincidence. Like, bitch, fuck off. It's not a coincidence. I'm blessed. Claim that. I'm blessed. Period. Forevermore. Like, what's going on here? Ooh. Karmic number. We talked about 7. So 1 and 6 is 7, 16. Karmic number is the karmic debt number. Is karmic debt number 16. So this has something to do with the karma. And how you affect someone directly. Karma is more to be thoughtful. You're learning to be thoughtful. Someone's learning to be more thoughtful and considerate of others because they affect others in a very magnetic way. Okay. So for those of you, so there's those of you that are seeing the flip side, you're seeing the 777. That means that you cleared the karmic number 16. Okay. That's why you're seeing the sevens, which means that you already know how to consider other people. And you've already cleared that karma, meaning like you're not an inconsiderate person, right? Or you think of others as you're doing things. For those of you that are seeing the opposite and you're seeing 16s, 1s, 6s, right, and things of that nature, this is the karmic debt number. And it is because either in this lifetime or in the past lifetime, something happened karmically. And remember, I talked to you guys a lot about what karma is. Karma is an action and a reaction. Okay. So karma, you took a particular action and that action was not considering other people or considering someone else. And that then created a reaction of karma. Okay. And so that is the karmic debt number that is being cleared for those of you that have, are experiencing this right now, and you're realizing it's being cleared through the experience of the snake charmer, because a lot of times you're being basically chomped, punked, or like put into this submitted position where you feel the fear of, if I do something wrong is going to happen, right? Versus I'm going to do this because it makes me feel good, it aligns with me, and I know it's beneficial for me, right? You hesitate and you stop. This is how you know you're in this karmic number 16. You hesitate and you stop and you consider other people's before you. So let's say this is going to be an amazing opportunity, but you sit there and you go, oh, but that person's not going to be able to do it. That person's not going to be able to be there. I'm not going to be able to tell this person. So you don't do it. So you don't apply yourself, or you don't allow that energy to come in. And so that's what that karmic number 16 resembles. And then we also have angel number 14 and angel number 22. Final numbers. I hope that makes sense, you guys. Yeah, that's closed on that when it comes to the numbers. And I do want to pull one more, because I need to get more details on that snake charmer, and then I'm out of here. All right, final messages on that snake charmer. The person that sets temptation traps, pulling them into unhealthy patterns, unhealthy cycles, self-sabotaging actions. The snake charmer that sidetracks them from their true aligned path. This snake charmer, then you have the keys on the ring. They cannot sidetrack you because you have all the fucking keys. What did I say? We had that ding dong situation, right? And we're not talking about ding dong ditch, bitch. All right. We are talking about I'm opening up the door and something's coming in because it's supposed to be for me, right? Someone is snake charming you and making you think, oh, it's only gonna last one time, one, you only got one shot. It's only gonna last for this long. It's only gonna be a one night thing, all right? It's only gonna be a one show, right? Fuck that. You got all the keys. Many options, decisions. They're stringing you along to make you feel like you're not gonna make it. And you have to be careful with those energies. That's why you can't let everybody read you, because if this person is in scarcity mindset, you have to realize whoever is reading your energy or whoever is assisting you in your spiritual journey, they have to have surpassed all the lessons that you're trying to learn. If they haven't surpassed those lessons, then you're basically asking an infant to teach you how to run a marathon. Just saying. Clarify the snake charmer. It's like somebody's trying to give you a copy of the key that you already have. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Renewal? Release? So be careful. And we have this purge energy. Some of you guys, you need to go to water, go to the river, go to a creek, right? Running water, new life, fresh start, rejuvenation. Continue to heal after that crisis that you face, especially financially, all right? It's time to release and purge the things that you don't need no more. That emotional state of fear, that emotional state of survival needs to go. You need to walk away from that, clear that away, all right? Some of you guys could be experiencing finally forgiving yourself for something that you've been blaming yourself, something that has held you guilty, all right? And again, we had that energy of something about wanting to speak, all right? Through the heart center, compassion and emotional confession is coming in the next 48 hours. Pay attention to that, you guys. I will talk to you guys soon, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.